Okay, guys, let me just like put this here. Yeah. Okay, so I told you guys about how I thought this season of anime was gonna be so great, and I think I underestimated how good it could be, because I just watched the first episode of Made in Abyss, and it was the best first episode of the season, and it might even be the best first episode that I've ever seen. I'm making a video right now because there's like too much to say for me to write and put into words, but okay, here goes. This may very well become one of the best animes to have ever existed. I'm not even exaggerating. So for the whole 20 minutes that I was watching this show, I was practically in shock, awestruck by how gorgeous this anime is. And okay, I'm compelled to do this like short review so that you guys will actually like watch it. Okay. First thing that greets you is this beautiful, elaborate art. And the keyword is on elaborate, because there's an amount of detail here that is really akin to like what you find in a Ghibli or Miyazaki film. The irony with this art style here though is that it goes for a very non-traditional fantasy-like art style, but ends up feeling even more realistic than the currently popular hyper-realistic art style in anime. Now this goes back to the attention to detail. Now the way the backgrounds move, right, and like the way the backgrounds have life can be seen from all the subtle movements in the clouds, the waters, etc. Individual insects moving in scenes where people wouldn't normally notice anyway. The careful planning of the physics, the way lights and shadows interact is incredibly intricate too. There's deliberate thought behind each ray of light, and every small twitch in the characters affect the environment, hence making everything feel alive. And this is very rare in seasonal anime because of the budgeting constraints and time constraints. So I really wasn't expecting to see something like this, but I was so blown away because this is like straight out of an anime film. I wasn't expecting that. Now that's just the visuals, which was good, but this was like a whole product, you know. Because next thing that gripped my attention were the sounds. Firstly, the voice acting, nothing to fault. We have here like all our main characters here are children, so the voice acting, it had to be adult actors voicing children actors, and that in itself is nothing surprising, but because it happens all the time. But again, I'm just like impressed by how they are able to capture the souls of these children so well. And that's my mom. Okay, anyway, it's definitely not easy casting here since all our main characters are young. But that's not the focus. The focus here is that from the first frame we are absorbed into this alternate world, because coupled with the incredible visual detail, the sound design is insane. So I actually went to like check it out, and guess who our sound director is? Our sound director is from fucking Kimi no Nawa. So no wonder. And let me describe it this way. Let me just pause this a while. Oh, sorry, my dad was calling me. Okay, but you hear everything you see on screen. There's detail in that, but that's kind of like expected, right? You hear what you see, but you also hear so many things you don't see. So much is being implied through the sounds. So we are greeted with the sights of this like hill or cliff, and you hear mining sounds. So you're like, ooh, are they mining? What are they doing? You know? And when you close your eyes and you really listen to all the sounds, you can actually imagine a scene that matches what you actually see on screen. and that is good sound design. And then the fucking music. Oh fuck, the fucking music. So basically, right, each different section has its own unique music. Like we hear orchestras, bands, percussion, solo piano, singing, and it's nothing short of an eargasm. So most importantly, right? Okay, the music's good lah, but like that's what anime does. It has a lot of focus on music. But what was particularly good here was the apt use of silence. So between each like transition in mood, there's just a little bit, just enough silence to bring out the dialogue and give your ears time to settle for the next piece of music that's so different. And speaking about different, these pieces of music aren't just different from each other. They are unique in their own sense. The orchestral music that I was talking about, it's basically contemporary classical composition. It was weird, but in a good way, and it fucking worked. It really fucking worked with whatever was going on. And then right after that we get like chill pop vocal stuff with effects, and that sounds like such a messy combination, but it really fucking works. And it just like, oh shit. Okay, but that is just like the superficial stuff. That's the visuals and the sound and the music. I know you want to really hear about the storytelling, and let me tell you, it is good. Like, it is fantastic. Because what this episode did like incredibly well was the idea of show, not tell. Now that's important to me as an audience member, because I feel personally too many shows these days, they make use of an exposition character, an exposition scene, which is where something convenient happens in the story for a character or like a text or something to like tell us what is going on, spoon feed us with all the information. But we don't have it here. As I was watching Made in Abyss, I was like constantly thinking, like, wait, what did that mean? Like, why is she in that room? Why is she afraid of bringing him in? Wait, what the fuck was that? And none of these questions were answered directly. All the answers were implied within dialogues and the way the characters behave, the way the characters interact. So yeah, Made in Abyss really demonstrated an example of good storytelling. And when I say that, right, I obviously understand that like there are also many audiences that actually prefer being spoon-fed, because they just had a long day of work and they just want to unwind, they don't want to think, which is fine, that's your reason for watching something, and I respect that. So to me, it comes down to a compromise. Obviously, the writers here have a target audience in mind, but you want to make money, you want to reach out to as many audiences as possible. So there are some shows that are like just fucking weird because they don't tell you anything, and then even at the end of the show you're like, what the fuck happened? I don't understand shit. But what Made in Abyss does so well is that it was a balance. It was really good balance. So I am like on edge and getting just enough information and just constantly thinking and getting answered. And the way I would describe it is just like fantastic fucking sex. It's like sex for 4 hours, 6 hours, because you're just constantly edging. Really, that's how I would literally describe it. So it edges you. It gives you almost enough to form a conclusion, but not enough. Wait. I got that wrong. It gives you almost enough to form a conclusion. Yeah, but not enough to leave you wondering and hanging. So yeah, like really good sex. And the climax is always like right there, so close, yet so far. Okay, fuck. I just went on for 10 minutes on 20 minutes of a fucking show. If that doesn't like compel you to watch it, I don't know what will. So yeah, it's a really great fucking show, and go watch it. Made in Abyss.